guys, welcome back to my channel. Eventually this background will be how it's supposed to be. We're still messing with things on this side, that side, and then this is like pretty much done, ready to go. I do have a painting that I need to hang eventually now that the walls are done painting or done being painted, but there is something on the ceiling that looks like it's crumpling, so I need to get that fixed. Anyways, today's video is going to be a review on the Tower 28 SOS spray. So here is what it looks like. This is a spray or a toner with hypochlorous acid. I've used about half of this bottle already and I just am amazed by it. So first of all, let's just dive a little deeper into what exactly this is. They say it's the happy solution for angry skin. I have to sneeze. I didn't take my allergy meds. Okay, so according to their website, this hypochlorous acid spray is recognized by all 3 leading U.S. skin health organizations. And they say this is especially good if you suffer from eczema, rosacea, and psoriasis. I don't have any of that, but what I do have is acne-prone skin. And so I was listening to the dermatologist that I follow religiously, Dr. Shireen Idris. I use all of her skincare, and this was something that she recommended. And I feel like she said you can spray between sunscreens. She, in general, doesn't really recommend using a toner. And just a side note, her skincare is geared towards hyperpigmentation, melasma. And since I have that, I follow everything she says. So then I started spraying this in between my sunscreen application. So that, and whether that was liquid sunscreen or powder sunscreen. So I'll demonstrate real quick. So right now I've got makeup on all over my face. So if I wanted to apply my powder sunscreen, like if I was at work, I would just take my spray a little bit on my face. The sun keeps changing. Oh, sorry about that. So I'm gonna spray a little bit on my face. And I'm just making sure I got all 4 quadrants of my face sprayed, and I can totally feel that evenly. Once that's dry, I will take my powder sunscreen and apply that all over. And then if I went outside in this southern humid weather, or if throughout the day my skin just, throughout the day just felt a little oily, I would again spray this, repeat that process. And then I saw on Instagram, I don't know if it was an ad, it was probably an ad because I've been getting Tower 28 ads, and it's this, and this girl said, think of this as a skin reset, a reset for your skin. And I was like, okay. So I don't remember if I've mentioned this in some of my videos, but since moving here to the South, even though I've visited before, for some reason my skin is having a really hard time adjusting. And I mean the skin all over my body. You can probably see like right here, it's a little bit of a rash left behind. Like I've just been really itchy all over, and it's finally settling down. And then my dermatologist says it's probably also due to the fact that I had shingles. I'm 35 and I had shingles shortly after we first moved here. I've fully healed, but she says that my skin is probably not at its full strength. I guess my immune system is not back to 100%, when normally I have a great immune system. So that's probably why I'm getting really itchy and just having a hard time adjusting to the weather here. So I was breaking out, and they weren't bug bites, because that's why I originally went to my dermatologist. I was like, are my dogs bringing something in? I feel like I'm getting bug bites all over my body. She said, no, I think your skin is just extra sensitive here. I was like, that's great, love it. And I was breaking out all over, so my arms, my chest, my legs. I had a big rash. Well, I don't know if you can even consider it a rash, but like it was right like here on my thigh. And it was just like a line. And so I was like, oh my God, like, what if they're bugs? What if there are bugs all over my house and they're biting me? But like, why would they only bite my, like, I don't know. It was just a weird situation. But the itchy bumps looked just like what I went in to see my dermatologist for. So when I saw an ad from a girl saying, think of this as a skin reset, I was like, even though this is meant for your face, I'm gonna spray it. I think it's meant for your face. Yeah, Daily Rescue Facial Spray. So I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna try it, spray it on my thigh. And it stopped the itchiness completely. It was just one spray and that was all I needed. And like my skin was changed right here at least. I haven't been spraying this all over my body, but that was the little experiment that I did and it worked. Now, I'm not saying to go ahead and get this and spray this all over your body or wherever. I just had already seen my dermatologist. She said my skin was sensitive. They weren't bug bites, so I just did a little spray and it worked. And also, I haven't broken out around my chin, which I normally do, or especially around that time of the month, since I've been using this, which is insane because normally on my chin, I will get these, underground zits, and they're big and they're painful. And even if I am on a medication to stop and hold back the acne, I will still get a tiny bit, like maybe one here, maybe two like small ones there. But it has just it's just been completely gone. Like, I know I have makeup on, but I feel like you would still see, because I'm not using full coverage makeup. You would still be able to see some of where acne is trying to pop out, or where it's been, because it will leave a brown spot, because that's what happens with my skin tone apparently, which I've been learning a lot about. So basically, this SOS spray has been life-changing for me. And of course, this isn't sponsored. I bought this on my own with the recommendation from my virtual dermatologist, who I've never even met in person. I just really believe in everything that she says. Like, it's all worked out for me really well. And even though this was just a slight mention of hers, it's made the biggest difference in my skin. So they have this size spray bottle. It is 4 ounces. And then they have a little mini one, which is like for on the go, for travel, which I do not have. And they also have a refill bottle so that you can refill this spray bottle. So here's what I've been doing. I've been taking this and this with me to work. I'll put it in my work bag and use it as I need. I usually will take it to work, leave it on my desk throughout the week, and then bring it home on Friday. For the gym, if you haven't seen my gym bag video, this is my new gym bag. I absolutely love it. It's so practical. I will take this and put it in my side pocket right here, which is next to my body spray. And what I'll do is I'll spray my face right when I get to the gym, or if I'm leaving for the gym, spray. And then when I'm done working out, this stays in my locker, and when I'm done working out, I will pick up my bag, spray my face again. And then, because sometimes I either eat right after the gym, like a snack, depending on the time of when I go, of course, or I jump into the shower right away. But I still make sure to spray my face with this, because I've seen the progress, and I feel like if I didn't, like, my skin is so oily, so after working out, like, this is an absolute must-have for me. I don't think I'll ever go without this product again. And so the instructions don't say any of that stuff. Here's what it says. Use AM, PM in place of toner, and as needed throughout the day. So really, as needed, I need it for my oily skin. I need it before my sunscreen application. I need it before I go to the gym and after I'm done at the gym. I need it because I've been outside and it's hot and humid and my face is feeling greasy and I feel like I'm gonna get zits. Like I'm creating that foundation for zits to grow, but then this just wipes it all away. Like, it truly does feel like a skin reset. So I'm really glad that I saw an ad from a girl that says, think of this as a skin reset. I'm pretty sure it was an ad. I don't know. It was a long time ago, but it made all the difference in the world for me. And so I showed this to my dermatologist because I went in to go see her. I feel like this is the most I've seen my dermatologist in a short span of time. A little embarrassing, but having a hard time adjusting to this community. And so I showed her, she asked me, is there something that seems to be working? And then I was like, yeah, actually, by accident, I found out that this has really been making a difference. And she looked at the ingredients, and I was a little embarrassed because she's like, all right, looks like it's just hypochlorous acid and preservatives. And I was like, ooh, preservatives, like, is that okay? Like, is this bad? Should I not be using this? She told me, as long as you see that it's working for you, go ahead and keep using it. There's no harm in using it. And I was like, all right. So this is now officially a skincare essential. I definitely am going to get a refill bottle, and I'm thinking about getting that small spray, which really I'm like, why should I pay for that? Like, it's so stupid. I'll probably be done with it in like a week. I don't know. I think for travel it's great because I forget what the limit is, but I don't know if I would be able to take this if I'm flying on a plane. Maybe for my purse if I'm using like a small bag, but then if I'm running a lot of air. Like maybe if I'm going somewhere like way out of town, I don't think I'd be bringing a small bag anyway. So I don't know, but I'm going to leave the link for this. I'm going to also leave the link for the refill bottle, as well as a link for this and the smaller spray bottle, the travel size. That way you have the option of picking whichever variation you want. So I guess I would rate this product I was gonna say 10 out of 10, but it's like not scent. It just smells like water in a plastic bottle, which is really interesting because I don't know if this has changed since I bought this, which wasn't that long ago, but they like had an ad saying refreshing scent, and it's not a refreshing scent. So maybe I'll give this a 9.5 out of 10, and if they can add a refreshing scent to it, then maybe, but then also I don't want it to lower the quality of the product itself. So I'll just give it a 9.5 out of 10, dock the 0.5 points for the lack of refreshing scent. All right, guys, so let me know if you have any questions about this. I'll leave them down in the comments below and I will get to them as soon as I can. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, please subscribe. I put out videos normally twice a week, but I am thinking of switching up my schedule. I've already started this week, posting 3 times a week with shorts all in between. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.